Okay.
Recording.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Session 19. Seal and Kinsey were at the animal sanctuary, and then they had a conversation about chickens, and Kinsey proves himself straight yet again successfully. None of the chickens look like Salzier or like they escaped the chicken Animor. That would be crazy. Chicken Animor is not a thing. Um, the party leaves the sanctuary, successfully avoids the fantasy hot topic, and goes to like this other hat shop that I don't have. Stop distracting me. They go to a hat shop and they get Dr. Flex like this silly marching band hat, which you have to draw every time from now on, or else. Wire system sounds playing. I thought I turned them off. While that's happening, Xerxes meets this really funny, silly guy named fucking Calder, who definitely isn't Kindy's dad. Um, I can't talk about Calder because if I do, we'll be here literally for an hour. He's slowly sipping at a shot glass. He likes bugs. He was approached by strange men for. He called it a group interview, which isn't a thing I've ever fucking heard of before in my fucking life. In the fucking group, like a summer camp ass, like
That group interview was probably like fighting to the death, and
Yeah.
whoever
They-
wins got the
group
job.
interview
They were
where
like-
they
Put him
put
in
you
a
in a room
dog
and make you kill
fight.
each other.
They were gonna lay him down on a stone altar and kill him.
With one of those like wiggly knives, you know,
Wiggly?
like the wiggly daggers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Chris. Just the interview's tomorrow, isn't it? He said 2 days, Lyle.
He said he wasn't doing it, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's going to the library. I feel like he's gonna be rejected from the library though, so we need to
No,
send him to the
no,
library a second
no.
time. We talk for like fully an hour. The rest of the group fucking shows up to talk to him. Neither him nor Kinsey recognize any possible familial relationship. Why should they? Why should they?
Why should they?
We give him pie. Xerxes goes upstairs. And I can't say anything. I can't. I have to stop. Seal makes himself a shirt by Frankensteining like other shirts together. Very giving like 17-year-old and early like 17-year-old older brother in a 2000 early 2000s movie type shit with like, you know, a sign on the door. This is no girls, like that's what it looked like to me. Sorry, but he talks to
Never
Xerxes. I he talks to Xerxes about the ethics of lying to Kinsey. She successfully convinces him to be a truthful young lad to his friend. And he does go tell Kinsey what happened with like the fucking mind wipe, I guess. Kinsey doesn't seem to that upset. It's so awesome. It's certainly weird. In like he kidding, it's weird, but like he's whatever. Seal is weird. My friend is weird. They talk about going back to Keel for a bit. That made me sad. While Seal was gone, Kinsey talks to Droma, asks if he got super evil poison disease or whatever, because of his eye.
Internal death poisoning.
Yeah, internal death poisoning. Let me have fun.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We find out Droma's eyes got fucked up because of the crystal magic that happened in the abyss. Kinsey says he's gonna transcribe some of that thing for Droma. Droma, like, tells Kinsey to go to the library and look for these things to find whatever information on that bullshit winged glory or whatever the fuck. I don't fully remember everything that happened in this part of the session. Something was kind of going on in my head. Speaking
Droma
of-
said something about like the elder gods.
The elder god.
Uh,
Exactly. I said that. Xerxes is very weird in the confines of her room, but being weird is their new normal, so, like, who fucking cares? Um, I don't think anything else happens after that other than Xerxes does the mirror thing, and it breaks, and then session ends!
Woo!
Woo, yippee!
Well, you get a very powerful, very strong. I think it's a D6.
D6, yeah.
Inspiration die.
D20, inspiration die.
One day. Yeah. Let me get into my position so I can say my catchphrase. Hey guys. Let's kind of like zoom in back where we left off. Xerxes, you are currently watching the moon slowly fall as the sky begins its very, very slow and gentle change of color. You also watch as clouds begin to fill the sky, swirling gray splotches where the stars once sat. And you feel the air on your skin get colder, a gentle cold. We are still in the beginning of summer, but a chill kind of falls around you. What would you like to do?
I think Xerxes, after a while of justifiably moping about, just like gets up and heads back to the tavern. Isn't super speedy or anything, but like isn't taking a long ass time either. Just walking at a normal pace back to the tavern.
Make your way back to the gate. The guard clocks you in and opens the gate. You walk through the streets, back down to the Three Wolves.
Is Esquire still here?
Yeah, Esgar is still there. Looking kind of exhausted
Mhm.
behind the bar, but just putting some things away.
Putting things away like she's finishing up for the night.
Yeah.
Fucking finally. How many people are in the tavern? It's like empty.
Probably,
pretty
it's
much?
probably empty right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Kind of like gives you a nod.
You're still awake.
Yeah, been a little hard to find work recently. Other people. Kind of my job.
You know, I would suggest that a miserable man I
No,
saw
you wouldn't.
today.
You wouldn't suggest that, man.
But
You,
exactly.
in fact, won't tell the man that there is an
Exactly.
opening here.
Mhm.
What was up with that
I
guy?
don't know. I really am not sure. He. Did you see him drink from the shot glass?
He was like sipping. It's like wine.
At that point,
Oh my
why buy a shot? There are drinks you can sip.
I don't want to be mean. I can see why nobody's hired him.
Please be mean, but
I wish him the best. I also wish that you will not give him any more money. There's no world where this is good for you or him.
it's like seeing a sad puppy on the street. On the street, I can't just.
I love the attitude. He's not a sad that guy's like 40, 30.
I know.
Is that the
Hey.
sad puppy you're looking for?
No. No. It would have weighed the cost on my mind would have been much more than the 1 gold piece I gave to him, I think. If I just did nothing, it would have haunted me at night for years to come.
You're a better
No.
person than I.
No, I'm
No,
not.
no, oh no.
No, I'm not.
Oh. In my youth, I might have poured the shot over his head, but you know, that's like a different story.
You remind me of an old friend.
I will take that as the greatest compliment.
Ugh. So, you're the only person working here?
Oh, we have the cook that comes in the evenings, but I don't make that guy stay.
Ugh. How am I ever going to see you outside of this tavern anywhere if you're always here?
I take a vacation every couple weeks.
Well, you better take
so-
one soon because I don't know if I'm going to be here still in a few weeks.
All right. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll start hiring in the streets. Turns out the sign's not really doing its job.
Just avoid the gloom ring or else you might run into that guy.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good without Calder.
Wait, I fucking forgot his name. Oh my god.
He's really that insignificant, right?
Yeah.
Ugh. What are you up to so late?
Was just taking a stroll. Needed to clear my head.
Is your head clear?
I'm not a very good liar.
Yeah. It's all good. I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are a lot.
No matter. Well,
Try to get some rest, though.
you too. You look exhausted, just as exhausted as I am.
I think a couple hours a night is actually kind of healthy, if you really think about it.
Really.
Yeah. Nobody remarks, sorry.
You remind me of me when I used to go to school. A few hours a night.
I feel like school's like a reasonable explanation, though. Like
I wasn't studying.
I take back everything I said.
I was having a lot of fun.
Mhm. I mean, that's all that really matters, yeah?
Yeah, that's all that
What else is
matters.
school for?
You're so right. Anyway,
Anyway.
I'm gonna turn in for the night then. Hopefully,
Yeah. Well,
see you anywhere
In the
other
morning.
than behind the bar.
oh yeah. I'll do my best. Good night, Xerxes.
Good night, Esquire. She goes upstairs.
Go upstairs. No one in the hallway or anything.
You sure Noble's not here?
I had no reason to say that. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Made it way more suspicious.
Sure Noble check?
Chernobyl check.
Yeah, sure Noble check.
Investigation.
Investigate. Okay. Nat 20.
Oh my god, he's in the walls.
He's in, he's in the floor.
And you find out the moral of the story was that you're Chernobyl all along.
Oh.
The real Chernobyl was the friends we made along the way.
Friends we slayed along the way.
You turn into your room.
No Chernobyl on a 20.
No Chernobyl on a 20.
Xerxes should be penalized for a 20 investigation. That is.
Um, yeah, nothing.
Ah.
Turn
Okay.
yourself into your room. Then you just turn in for the night, right?
Right.
Anything else? Okay. And so, night passes, morning comes, and Kinsey Seal, you guys are awakened abruptly by loud chirping. Baby bird chirping. At least you thought, as you kind of like turn over and you see Dr. Flex is like definitely growing, even faster than before. Dr. Flex is about a foot tall now. And he
Hi, baby.
is the chirping that you were hearing, like kind of must have been like muffled a little from you being sleepy, and it's like almost like a hawk like adult bird chirping, which is pretty fun. But he's like looking over at you, Kinsey, and like looking back and forth while shouting.
Are you hungry? I assume so.
Chirps again.
Well, Kinsey will kind of let him hop up. Like, can he like hop up on his arm at this point, or does he still have to like carry him?
Let's see. Do you like hold out your arm for him to hop on?
Like if his legs look like they're like able to get under him, he would let him try.
Yeah. They look
Okay.
They look like they could.
Okay, Kinsey holds out his arm.
Awesome. Alright, let's do a Dr. Flex check.
Are there animal handling?
He's not like too far from
You're not
Flex.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I know. Dr. Flex hasn't really done a lot of movement besides walking.
Uh-huh.
mhm.
Let's give him okay. You see Dr. Flex like kind of like waddle over a little towards your arm. Kind of also like unsure about his size. Like unable to really like understand it. But you see him hop and he hops right on your arm. Kind of at first it's like really cute, and then immediately the talons like sink into your arm as you hold. And it hurts really bad. No blood. Seems not sharp, not too sharp talons. Not yet.
No blood
But-
yet.
No blood. But they like,
Is he, like-
sink. Yeah.
He grits his teeth. Okay. Yeah, should find one of those gloves.
He chirps it. It just literally chirps in your face.
And he gives him a little like scratch on his head.
Kind of like leans his head into your hand.
Aww.
Yeah.
Kinsey will
Bird. Sorry.
screwed.
This girl bird.
Girl.
And then Kinsey will he'll look back at Seal and ask, do you want to go get breakfast? I'm gonna get some for Dr. Flex.
Yeah, sure.
And then he'll go down with
Awesome.
Bird on his arm.
Awesome. The rest of you, you also see the sun kind of like pouring in, but it's kind of dim, as if when you look out, you see like these clouds swirling above. Definitely gonna rain today. Yeah, last Xerxes, the light pours over you. You guys would also like to go to breakfast.
Yes. Yes. Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Our bird could be transgender.
Xerxes probably like wakes up a little later than usual. He's tired.
For sure. So we'll get to you later.
Huh?
Seal, Kinsey, and West, and Dr. Flex, and Frank.
Mhm.
all,
And Frank?
make your way down the stairs. Do you like? Are you do you go to hold Dr. Flex instead, or do you continue to hold him on your arm?
He lets him stay on his arm. If he's like
Awesome.
shuffling closer, looking like he wants to be like held, then he would hold him. But if he wants to, stand on his own.
He looks a little like off balance, like he's trying to hold on, but it's new. But he's trying his best.
Hmm
It's good for his proprioception. Keep it up.
All right. You come down the stairs and see Esquire behind the counter.
hmm
Kind of like taking orders. A few people here for breakfast, but not really exactly like a big breakfast joint.
What?
Sucks. We're gonna make it a breakfast joint.
Yes.
hmm
You see, she's like jotting down like an order and like looks up at all of you and sees the bird. No questions. No questions. Do you guys sit at a table at the bar?
If the bar is like empty, Kinsey probably sits at it.
Yeah, there's like one person at the bar.
Okay.
Is it
It's
Is
not
it
Calder.
No.
Is Calder an early riser?
Goes to bed at 7 p.m.
Wakes up at 10, right? Isn't that what was said?
Wakes up at 11.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, folks.
7-Eleven. Whoa.
You sit at the bar and see Dr. Flex now hop off your arm onto the
hmm
bar.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kinsey orders himself something, and Frank like a berry. I don't know. And then Flex just like a plate of raw meat.
Can I order a berry?
Can I get one strawberry, please?
Just one.
I'm a blueberry.
yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit eccentric today. Can I have
Ooh.
2 strawberries?
Oh my god. You all order. Esquire definitely like gives you a weird look for the berry, but it's like a football bird already. Go off.
Boy slay.
We'll bring back like a platter with everything you guys order.
How much does Dr. Flex eat now?
There's like a full plate of like an entire raw steak.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so sorry, West.
Okay. He's not a cow.
And Dr. Flex is like tearing it apart, like piece by piece.
Kinsey like almost got a knife out to help him cut it up, and then he like just started ripping into it, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Manners.
You like literally like watch as like the beak like sinks into the meat, and it's like, oh, that shouldn't really like that's probably be hard to tear, and it like instantly goes back up, like it's like a heated knife. Yeah, Dr. Flex seems very happy, very satisfied. You West, you actually hear from Dr. Flex. You hear like a thank you.
Aww.
It's a British accent! British accent!
It's British.
He's British.
Oh my god. West is like so fucking excited. He's just like jaw drop. Oh.
What did he say?
You say, thank you. You sound like you, Kinsey,
He does. Oh.
with the accent.
Kinsey pets Dr. Flex.
It kind of like for the next like meal, the entire meal, he kind of repeats thank you over and over. Good new phrase.
You're not gonna say it all
Well,
those times?
At least
Thank
he's
you.
polite.
This bird is echolalia.
Yes.
This bird is autistic.
This bird. Taken after Kinsey.
It's acquired.
Yeah, you guys have a nice meal. Kind of noticed that Xerxes didn't come down.
hmm Xerxes usually gets up pretty early. It's,
Maybe she's busy.
I mean, I guess.
Xerxes, when would Xerxes wake up?
When did everyone else wake up?
Probably at around like 6ish.
Yeah, no, she's not waking up at 6.
Mhm.
When did she go to bed? 5?
Was it 5? It was
4ish, 5ish.
yeah, around like 4ish.
She did the mirror thing a little bit before dawn, I said.
Yeah.
So maybe like 9 at least. She's not exactly the 8 hours of sleep queen, but she knows when to. Okay, maybe I should sleep.
A thing that Esquire does need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So Xerxes will not be up for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, bitch. Sorry. I don't mean it.
So what's everyone up to?
Wes is just enjoying the scenery of Dr. Flex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interacting with stuff.
I think we're watching Dr. Flex.
I think we're
Yeah,
all just like we're sitting like just in a circle.
Yeah.
He's being a big boy.
When he finishes like his plate of steak, how much does like the steak cost? By the way, it is like a steak.
It's
It's not cooked.
so true. It's not cooked.
You still have to pay quite a bit, but
there's no labor cost.
there's no labor cost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps 5 silver.
Okay.
Perhaps.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I make another what the fuck kind of bird is that check?
Yeah, you probably
He's older now.
Yeah, he's
older, got some colors coming in.
about a
Yeah,
foot.
Hey.
Or blues and greens right now.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Kind of decorating
The nature?
Yeah, let's do a nature check.
Okay.
After he finishes his steak, though, Kinsey like starts letting him practice like hopping onto his arm. Oh.
I will never know what kind of bird this is.
Oh, you'll know.
I
You'll
will.
find out
I'll
one day.
Westy, you felt like you had like a good grasp last time, but looking at Dr. Flex again, it's kind of
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just a really fast-growing bird.
Maybe.
Hey, I don't know everything about every bird.
Yeah, this is definitely not like a thunderbird. You can tell
What's
by
the
like the
date
colors.
today?
Ugh. 1 second. It is May 23rd.
Woo!
But yeah, not really sure. Dr. Flex will continue to try to like jump on your arm. Roll an animal handling check just to see if he can get it.
Please, God.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not
If you
great.
can get it.
This
I don't think
like,
they're getting
It's an
it.
average check.
Yeah, that's an average check. Let's.
Mhm.
It decides Dr. Flex's DC for his roll.
Mm. I think Kinsey might be like remembering that the talons hurt, and so he's like inherently a little bit like kind of flinching. Oh no.
Just rolled a hurts you check.
Dr. Flex is still like scared to jump on your arm.
Mhm.
He's scared to jump on your arm, and you're scared to have him on your arm because it hurts.
Mhm.
So, the first jump,
Uh-huh.
he jumps, he makes it on your arm after you like kind of tense, and as you're like pulling away because you're flinching and you're a little scared, Dr. Flex gets scared, and he closes the talons in even harder, and it does pierce skin.
Why aren't you wrapping fabric around your arm?
As some
Fabric's
people
not
do,
gonna help that much.
like pierces through skin. You feel like blood start to like this like cold feeling against your skin. Fuck you.
Oh. Seal healing hands.
I was gonna say. Thank you,
Yeah, you can heal him.
Kinsey like was trying not to like let it show because he didn't want Flex to be upset.
Oh.
Dr. Flex feels it. Yeah. Gonna heal Kinsey up.
Mhm.
Dr. Flex hops off. Thank you. Hello. Yeah. That is only gonna be like an hour, so
Mhm.
uh
I think I'm gonna go buy a falconry glove.
okay. Awesome.
Or I mean I don't know if there's like a specialty store for that kind of thing, but I imagine a leather bracer could also work. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could probably go to like an
An armory.
armory weapon shop. Something like that. So Kinsey's gonna head out?
Yeah.
Anybody coming with?
I think Seal would come with.
Yeah.
So it's gonna stay in the tavern?
Sorry, what'd you say? I zoned out.
Kinsey's gonna head out to buy something so that Dr. Flex doesn't kill his arm.
Mhm.
Does Wes want to come with?
Is Seal also going with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wes is gonna stay so that Xerxes doesn't think everybody ditched her. She comes down and everybody's not there.
Okay.
Kinsey, Seal, you guys head off to the trade quarter.
We're on a mission.
Well,
Roll me a really cool investigation check.
With advantage?
Yes.
Go Kinsey.
go Kinsey. I almost rolled validation.
Very scary walk. Awesome. Yeah, you find a very cool, very aggressive looking blacksmith
Wow.
shop called Holster from Hell. Very like vicious font on the little sign and kind of like faded windows, but you
Well,
walk in.
crazy.
I don't know. It's almost like a saloon style. It looks the doors at least kind of like open and close when you walk in. But you walk in and you see in front of you a fire genasi. This woman with long hair that flickers out and sparks like this like weird open flame. She looks to you both and like, oh, hello, pleasure. Are you in need of anything?
Yes, I'm looking for some kind of like falconry glove or bracer, like and he points at Dr. Flex, and more specifically his talons.
Of course, yeah. We can either get something fitted specifically for you, or you can just take a look around and purchase a bracer. Whatever works.
Mhm.
Do you want something fitted for you, or just something random?
How expensive would that be?
Normally getting something fitted is around, it's only leather, so probably around 20 gold pieces, but we could get you something small, just regular, that you could tie up for maybe 5.
Is there any particular benefit to getting one fitted?
It will help tremendously with the training of Dr. Flex. As at least getting him on your arm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
it's kind of like this perfect fit, so it's very easy for him to jump off and on. And
Right.
Yeah.
Well, only the best for my boy. I'll get
all right, of course. Let me. And she goes under like the desk and pulls out like measuring tape and goes to you. Can you hold out your arm?
Kenzie holds it out.
She'll measure your arm and kind of like put like strings and tie strings against it. If you could come back tomorrow morning, I should have something perfect for you.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course. You also hear this like loud banging in the background on anvil of some sort. There it is. Very pleasant.
Very cool.
She'll step back behind the counter. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, see you then.
Of course. You guys head out.
So any shops you wanted to look at?
What did you say?
Any shops you wanted to look at?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Can we see if there's anything just like interesting around in the trade quarter?
Yeah, you catch a couple things. You did catch a clothing store before called Spicy Subject.
Called what?
Like a black Spicy Subject. With as it's this black sign with almost like spray painted white text on it, see-through windows. Kind of like you see like dark clothing in there. Kind of as you're walking, you catch another shop called Three Truths of Life, and there's like this big sign that's under like the main one that says love, death, and wondrous items. You would also catch, just walking around, a shop called Pristine Perfumes.
Wow.
With these like stained glass windows of like perfume bottles. Very pretty. Yeah, that's about it.
Can we go to Spicy Subject?
Of course you can. You walk to Spicy Subject. Kind of like open the door. As you open it and close it, there's this weirdly deep chimey bell that plays. You see directly in the middle of the store is this front desk with like an all surrounding piece with these like little glass windows built within the desk that show off like earrings and whatnot. Earrings, rings. To your left and right are different shirts and like these weird like racks that spin around that show off what the shirt is, and they're kind of like, some have like fun designs and some are little kind of over the top, edgy. I'm sorry. Behind the front desk as well, you see standing is a this human man with brown hair, these blue highlights, with this uniform actually that says the name of the store on the right side of his chest. As you walk in, you hear, "Can I do anything for you?"
This guy definitely reminds him of Valen. I'm just looking around.
Okay. He pulls up like a magazine.
What is he reading? What is it? What kind of magazine is it?
Dark Arts Incorporated, which sorry. It's a fashion magazine. Lots of angsty clothing, many different
Has
sorts.
Kinsey ever seen this like particular brand of like magazine before?
Yeah. Yes, you have.
Where have I seen it?
You have a good friend that would occasionally be caught wearing, reading one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Who might be named. Name might start with a V.
What?
I think it's Chutoy.
I think it's Chutoy. Oh my god. Can Kinsey look at their little like rings display and their like earrings in there?
Yeah. Lots of different things. Lots of various designs of like different gems and whatnot. You see some.
Mhm.
A lot of the rings are kind of designed with this like either like edgy skulls or like ravens. Or,
Mm-hmm.
ones you see like a couple of full finger rings that like turn into like a raven's face.
Whoa.
That's
So this is like Hot Topic. Are the
this
rings,
is Hot
like,
Topic.
shit quality?
I'm gonna say it's probably roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh, some really good
Uh,
rings.
It's
I mean
okay.
these stainless steel rings are definitely stained. Definitely. I mean, Kinsey, you've probably accidentally worn a piece of jewelry before that has turned your fingers green.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that as a Kinsey thing to do. These are very much like these.
Uh-huh.
Especially the long, like finger one, like the full finger rings. They are definitely. These are the type of things that will turn like someone's fingers green.
Mm-hmm. I assume the earrings are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
Any shirts that this would be like such an insane role, I think, to retroactively try to perceive what Valen would like, but anything Valen would like.
I'm trying to like make up something in my head.
The problem is you've already seen Valen wear like one of every shirt here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how much Valen would like some of the shirts here. They are kind of gimmicky. Like you see one that's like kind of like it's a set of shirts and it says "This guy's my friend," and then the other one says "I fucking hate the guy right next to me." Which Valen might love. You see. I would say. There's like one shirt that has like a fun design where it's like a, you've probably seen a picture before, like a Polaroid picture.
Whoa.
Polaroid in quotation marks.
Yeah.
A printed picture. But it's like a printed picture of like a girl with a mask on. Some kind of fun stuff. Some depends on what you're looking for.
Can Kinsey grab the I fucking hate the guy right next to me shirt, but not like the
Yeah.
matching one?
Of course.
Awesome.
I feel like Senris would really love this.
Oh my god. Kinsey holds up the "This is my friend" shirt to Seal. Should I get this one for Sunrise?
I think it's fun. I think you could also you could get 2 of each one, and then 2 people could wear the friend one, and then 2 people could also wear the I hate this guy.
No one else is really full of hatred.
I feel like you could wear it.
And who would I stand next to?
Valen?
He's right.
Like a bit.
Yeah, I don't know that he'd be on for matching shirts with me, but is there a price tag on these?
They're both 5 silver.
Okay.
Trying to take them.
I mean, how much does the cashier student pay attention?
Cashier's definitely reading this magazine.
Mhm.
Not really like looking at you guys at all.
Can Kinsey just buy 2 I hate the or no, not buy. Can Kinsey put 2 I fucking hate the guy next to me shirts in his bag?
Okay.
Can I help?
Well, you put him in. Yeah, sure. You can help put him in the bag. We'll say it's a sleight of hand with advantage, as you guys like find this perfect spot to sink it in.
For
Awesome,
one.
cool. Okay. And do you take 2 of the other one and to?
Just the 2 I fucking
Okay.
hate the guy next to me shirts.
Awesome, cool. Take both those. Stuff them in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
And leave.
Of course. All right. As you guys are leaving,
Uh-oh.
you open the door. So you're like a later.
That fucking turtle cunt from Fantasy High.
Oh.
And you exit. You close the door behind you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's probably around maybe 8 now. We'll say.
Kinsey will stop by Pristine Perfumes.
Oh, of course. Stop by Pristine Perfumes. Let me pull up this fucking shop. All right. Yeah. Walk in through this like very nice door with like this little glass pane in front. You open the door. Very light, happy jingle from a set of chimes. Close the door behind you. And you see in front of you a Firbolg woman, actually.
Wow.
She has light blue skin with darker, almost like especially darker blue hair with these 2 little white horns that peek out of the curls. She stands around 7 feet tall, wears this light blue dress with very similar, like, almost matching her skin tone, dark blue stars decorating it.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
Anything I can do for you?
Just looking around.
All right. And she'll just keep a smile. Gonna look at the perfumes.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to let you know something very special and fun.
Yeah.
Each of these perfumes may correlate to an NPC and may give you advantage on persuasion checks to that NPC.
Uh-huh.
Each of them are 5 gold. And
Okay.
I'm going to read them in the order I wrote them down. This is all the perfumes that you really catch that are especially catch your eye for whatever reason.
Uh-huh.
You see dirt, tobacco,
Yep.
funeral home,
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
lobster,
Sorry,
Yeah.
repeat that.
lobster,
Yeah. All normal so far.
new book, blood,
That's a good one.
sweat, and saliva.
Guys, that one's my favorite. I'm the NPC.
Horses, jelly donut, bacon, ancient white dragon,
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
and the rest of these are normal. Cinnamon, wood life, citrus, rose petal, sea breeze, and then moss and other greens.
How do you come
Wow.
up with this stuff?
Wait till you
Stop
find
being
out who they're
funny.
associated with.
I want one of these to
Um,
work against Zeus.
I think dirt would work with Wes.
Uh-huh.
I'm opening it up a little so that you can metagame a little bit, right? Because it's
Okay.
fun. Just if you think there's an NPC that might fit with a certain perfume,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send the list.
I thought Delzus was the list and you had sent it.
Oh, this is what funeral home was? It's not the smell of death? It's not.
No, it's not the smell of death. Some of them have descriptions, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
I love the exclamation point on citrus.
Mm-hmm. Citrus.
Citrus.
I'm buying
Yes.
Febreze right now.
I really wish I could spray Febreze into candles. Ugh.
What? What?
I really wish I could spray Febreze into candles.
I had to tell Salem
wish
that it's a
I-
fire hazard the other day.
No,
I
you
wish-
did not have to tell me. I knew that it's flammable.
You
and I didn't do
asked.
it. Well, I was thinking out loud.
I wish I
was
could
like, this is
spray
flammable.
Febreze directly into my mouth.
You can.
I have before.
I'm sitting
Okay.
here
I really
with
wanted to, so
fragrant
I did.
candles surrounding me, and I want there to be more fragrance.
Mhm.
What does new books smell like?
It smells like you just
A
went
new
to a bookstore, and a book
Mhm.
just came in, like your favorite book, and you smell it, and that's what it smells like.
You know, it's the
This is
paper
like-
smell.
It's actually really nostalgic. It's actually kind of like Kinsey when Kinsey was younger, and the Warrior
Mhm.
Cats books were coming out.
Oh,
It was like opening the book for the first time. That scent that just hits you.
I really don't know who it could be associated with, but I think Kinsey might want it anyway.
Mhm.
My guesses are like Fiorella or Drama, but
So you're gonna grab a.
I'm
Like a
gonna
new
grab new books. Are the not special ones also 5 gold?
Yeah.
Mm.
Expensive perfume.
Hmm.
The new book is actually to charm yourself, Kinsey.
Yeah. Can I smell the rose petal one?
Yeah. It smells like a bouquet of roses,
Well,
like newly like put together bouquet.
Had a lot of roses smells in my house recently. Ooh.
still smell this. Smell it.
Smell it. Which one is it again?
Rose petals.
Smell a bouquet of roses.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Salzia would like it?
Let me really think. I like close my eyes. I'm thinking of some now. I guess so. Does it? He has like rose petals around, right? I feel like it would fit.
Around. I mean, yeah, I think he might have something like this already. I mean,
It's like matching. Oh,
Oh.
the bot.
Oh, the bot.
no!
Oh,
Who killed him?
Can I do a would Salzia like this check?
Seal's opinion is he would.
I'm gonna leave that to Kinsey's own intuition.
Okay. Kill by both.
Alright.
Which two? But
New books and rose petal.
Can I smell blood, sweat, and saliva?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
can we smell? Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Blood, sweat, and saliva. Oh man, this is not a good one. This is Kinsey.
Oh,
Oh, Parker, no! Alright. Well, This is
Parker,
not
how
Stephen
could this
Parker,
happen?
Kinsey, this smells like the feeling when you got stabbed all the way through by the Reaper. And you like smell it, and it's like the scent of like irony, almost like it smells like the taste that you felt in your mouth with like the blood piling up.
I'm gonna put it down.
Discord crashed.
Oh.
Can I smell jelly donut?
Yeah. Jelly donut smells like very sweet jellies. Fresh off like this like almost like the scent of like fresh something being fresh off a baking press.
It's not like a overpowering fragrance.
No, it actually blends together really nicely.
I'm gonna get this one for fun.
Whoa.
Can I secretly choose one to work on Xerxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
New
work on
books
Wes,
would work
that's not a
on
secret.
Kinsey. Yeah.
That
It's a
would
good
work.
thing Kinsey bought new books, because
Yeah.
we wouldn't want anyone getting an advantage on his persuasion checks.
Why is there a blood smell?
I don't know. I've never really been in a perfume shop before. I don't know if this is normal.
I just had an idea actually. I'm gonna get the blood, sweat, and saliva one. It might be good for like attracting animals or something, you know?
Oh. Yeah, because we're gonna have to hunt, won't we?
Yeah. It could like speed things up, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
I haven't tried it, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's worth a shot.
yeah. I'll get the blood.
I don't really know. Yeah. I don't really know why someone would want to smell like that, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe if you're trying to ward off predators, but It could also attract them because it smells like blood.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
I don't get it.
I'm just
Maybe
looking at
it smells bad because you're human. Morbius!
More bloods. I guess we're gonna go check out.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually grab the blood, sweat, and
Yeah.
saliva?
Yeah.
Awesome, cool.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the blood, sweat, saliva, and the jelly donut one.
Awesome,
So I think
cool.
we're both spending 10 gold pieces.
Yep. You come up with both the sets. Oh wow! I never thought anyone would take the blood, sweat, and saliva one.
We have an
Made that
idea.
one win.
What is it meant for?
Well, I kind of just put random things together, and it comes out with sense.
Mm.
Actually tipped a box of metal shavings into this batch, and it does not smell good.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it though.
Ask for a discount.
It's not.
But thank you for the gold. You guys walk out.
Yeah.
What was that wondrous item shop?
Three
yes,
truths of life.
Yes, the 3 truths of
Yeah.
life.
Should
Wanna
we
go
check
there?
out the place? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, 1 second. I need to get my cat out of my room.
In
I'm gonna go check on the kittens, like, really, really quick.
I'm gonna leave and rejoin. We see. Okay.
Yes.
That's real. That's a real thing.
What? Gay
It's
enemies to
angst,
lovers?
though.
What's
because-
happening?
I'm talking about the gay enemies to lovers. First
did
ever
we get
story ever
here?
written down.
Oh. The fucking Epic of Gilgamesh?
What?
yeah,
I was gonna say,
I'm back.
isn't it
Yeah.
Gilgamesh?
What?
We're
We
talking
know
about.
about Gilgamesh.
good. More like gay-gamesh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
They
Or like
they
NK
went-
Gay do.
So true.
I feel like it's not enemies to lovers. I feel like they don't
They did
don't
kinda
really
hit it
end
off.
up as lovers.
They do.
He dies.
Yeah, but they were in love. They loved each other like man and wife. It was written down.
They
That's
were
not.
like friends first, weren't
They
they?
kissed.
Were they enemies?
Well, because Enkidu
For-
was created to defeat Gilgamesh, but then they were like fighting, and they were like, "We're equally matched," and then they made out, and then they went on adventures together. If that's
How did
gay,
How did we get here?
I don't know.
I mentioned it.
Well, I'm back now.
Hello. Yeah. So you guys head to 3 Truths of Life. Love, Death, and Wonder Sex.
Yes.
You guys make your way forward to a fairly big shop. These like large glass windows, tinted black with white little white text in a weird font, just saying 3 Truths of Life. You walk in. As you walk in, you hear a bell jingle from like maybe like 50 feet in front of you.
Oh, you're in the blender.
Oh no!
Okay, I think you're good now. Try again.
Hey, am I good?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. Tinted black windows, white text. Walking in, there's the sound of a bell and chimes like 50 feet ahead of you. And in front of you, actually closer than the bell sound, is a man, a young, Air Genasi man with these like straight white hair, light blue skin. You see he wears this black suit vest over a white cotton button with this black skirt that falls down below his knees. But as you walk in, he kind of like looks up from whatever he was tinkering with and looks at both of you like, hello there! Pleasure! Do you need? Items. I assume you came here for magic items.
Yeah, we came to look at what you had.
Well, lucky for you, I have about everything. My name is Zephyr Blazewind. Pleasure. Pleasure. Anything you need, here. Promise. I mean, just look to your right.
Kinsey looks to his right.
On the right.
What do you guys desire most in the world right now?
Oh. Josh.
I feel like I've done something bad.
I don't know if Kinsey wants his buddy Zalzirmor or his mumsies.
Well, as you look over, you see 2 sending stones. 2 sending stones that rest under this weird floating orb. This purple glass orb with this swirling smoke inside. Seal? What do you want most?
Like an object?
Doesn't have to be an object.
Um,
Just whatever Seal wants right now more than anything else. Just in this exact moment.
in this exact moment. I think he's pretty, content spending time with Kinsey right now.
Could go for a donut, maybe.
Could go for a donut, maybe.
Breakfast.
In that case,
He wants to spend time with his friend.
spend time with his friend. Okay, all right. Let me look at the list. Not that one. I guess that's funny. Yeah. You see. This is so dumb. You see a what kind of looks like just like a brown bag, a see-through brown bag, and you see like these little black beads inside.
There's like,
Ta-da! Huh?
ooh, what is it?
Well, it seems that you desired beads of force. Throw one of those down, makes a sphere, keeps you nice and close. Yeah. It seems almost as if you didn't really want a lot right now, which is fine. Sorry. But to you, small British boy, Echelian.
British.
We killed Salem.
You want to stay in contact with someone, yes?
Yes.
See, right there's a way to talk to your friend on an orb on which you can spy on them.
That seems a bit excessive.
How so? That is right there. Orb of clairvoyance lets you scry. It's really cool, I promise.
Uh-huh.
Anything?
Spying on people?
Well, there's some people think it's cool. Want anything
I mean,
else?
it's
I
cool,
think
I just don't need to...
cool.
It is cool. I don't really need to spy on this person.
Should we spy on anyone else?
The sending stones, are they like, would he have to, hand it to, like, the other, like, it's a set, not,
Yeah.
okay, makes sense.
You both don't seem very, content. Not what I'm trying to do. Trying to run a good establishment. So like, he reaches under his desk, cloaks, and he pulls up this red and gold cloak. Lets you teleport. Puts on the table. Or maybe, pulls up bracers. Bracers of defense! Powerful, strong! Puts them down. Pulls up a crystal, like blue crystal rose. Rose lets you fire electricity, maybe? Puts it on
Maybe.
the down, 1 second. He does it to the side at his wall, and you see like this bolt of electricity fire out at the wall.
Whoa.
Set it on fire. Oh no. Flicks his fingers. It's gone. Chromatic rose. Anything you desire here at this shop. Promise.
Sorry.
You're good.
This gives you actually cough.
Sure. How expensive are the sending stones?
Those will run you about 500 gold.
Fuck, okay.
I am now determining your price range is not as wide as I would have hoped.
I'm 14.
You walked into a magic shop.
I did. I mean, I want to see what you have, and, you know,
How much
could come back for it one day if I have enough money. What?
How much are the bracers?
Bracers, yes. Those are 5,000 gold.
Oh,
I could run you a bargain for 2,500 though. Any takers? Understood. I don't know if this is a shop for each of you. Actually, you look like a wizard.
Yeah.
Tell me a gay hat.
Damn, okay.
Reach into the desk,
I'm not gay.
pulls out this hat, very wizardly hat with little gold crescent moons and stars on it. Black hat. This is a hat of wizardry. 50 gold.
What does it do?
Lets you cast cantrips you normally can't cast.
if we
Also,
can-
focus.
If you gave this to Dr. Flex, then it would be like matching wizard stats, and then also he could like be a wizard.
And then he can cast spells.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's 50 gold, you said. Is it like a specific set of cantrips?
All of the ones that you can learn, wizard.
You can learn. This guy knows we're in D&D.
This guy knows we're in D&D. This guy got isekai'd from the real world and is making it work. It's 50 gold, you said.
Yes.
Sil, could you split the cost with me?
Yeah, I think it's like a worthy.
Yeah, because if Dr. Flex can cast spells, then like, you know, he can defend himself.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
little.
Yeah.
I just looked it up if it's possible for non-magical animals to attune to magical items. If you can get Dr. Flex to focus on this hat alone for 1 hour, he can attune to it. He can attune to it. We just gotta hat the whole time for an hour.
I feel like, I mean, a rock is like, it's not, it's like a monstrosity. I feel like it can definitely attune to something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, monsters can have
So,
magic items.
Are we gonna pay 25 gold each for,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's got like 2 hats to switch between.
Yeah, one for
Rainbow.
party mode, one for,
Party-
killing mode.
Yes. Well, I feel it's still like kind of party mode.
It
One
still
for
is kind of party
one for
mode.
partier mode.
No, it's decorated.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a yes?
Yes.
Yeah, we're buying it.
All right. What's it down?
Can we put it on him right now? Do we have him with us? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we Kinsey
Yeah.
took him with.
It's a big hat. It's
Yeah, I don't think it like fits him, but I mean, you don't have to like wear it properly, right?
Yeah.
if he tunes to it, it may shape to fit his head.
Oh.
Oh my god. Forever.
Forever.
We're gonna be flying on a giant rock with a huge We can sit on the wizard hat.
We can sleep on his hat.
He fires little fireballs.
The hat is a tent. We sleep in it.
I mean, will cantrips like I know he's like technically he would be running off of challenge level instead of like player level, but could his cantrips like scale with damage? Like
I will need to think about this. Technically, already we're breaking the rules because technically this hat has to be attuned by a wizard, but
He's
it's
a wizard.
but-
He's got
but
the
he's my
hat.
boy.
Wizard. He's your boy.
He's Kinsey's
But
boy.
Josh,
He's
it's so
taking after
funny.
him.
Oh,
It's so funny.
think about how much
now that
damage he's
we've
allowed to do.
now that we've said it, you have time. He's still young and can't use the magic to think of all the logistics and come like, okay, we can let him do that, but would it put him in danger? That sort of stuff, you know.
mhm.
Oh,
You can
I'll-
put
I'll look
drawbacks
into
in. That makes sense.
I,
Also, you
No,
know,
you
wizards
can't.
are like an intelligence thing, and like he is it like they
He's
have
not
an
good at
intelligence of
that.
3.
But it's a cantrip.
It's a bird, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Well-
attunement can always not work, you know.
we'll see.
No,
we'll
but
see
it
how
will
things
work,
go.
'cause
We'll see.
He's good.
He's good. It will
Oh.
work.
It will work.
We'll see how it turns out. Well, is that all for you both today?
I think so. Yes.
A pleasure it was. He goes to like tip a hat and realizes he doesn't have a hat and then bows.
Not my
This is Dr. Flex's new item, by the way.
Let's see it. Oh my god, crazy.
But as you guys exit, we'll push time forward a little bit. Say it's around 9. You guys are gonna walk back. It's a big city.
Yeah. We'll head back.
Before we get to Xerxes waking up, I need just a second, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We got Dr. Flex a hat again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix my internet again.
Or higher, so it is like
Horrible.
it's not horrible, for a fucking bird.
That's
Yeah.
doable.
If you can have him try every
hey,
day, and he'll do it
maybe
once.
Kinsey can try and teach him some arcana, and he can
Yeah, I
still,
think- Yeah, get his intelligence a little higher than like base rock intelligence.
Yeah, like we're teaching him how to read and stuff.
He knows how to say
Uh-huh.
thank you.
He knows how to say
Exactly.
thank you. Yeah, like he's really. I'm
He's
gonna be right
really
back for, like,
special.
a minute. I'm gonna
Okay.
Oh, my internet. Everyone's like
Aw.
roboting every once in a while.
Yeah, everyone's doing that for
Same
me as
here.
well. I don't think it's you.
Oh man. I can't.
Yes.
I'm back. Hi.
Hi.
In that case, we'll shoot back to the tavern. Where Xerxes, you wake up at around 9, but you're probably sleeping in a little.
Uh-huh.
The sun is almost getting further and further away. Like the sunlight not really pouring in anymore. Almost gloomy clouds covering the sky. Yeah. What'd you like to do?
Gloomy clouds covering the sky. Think she wakes up really slow, not used to waking up this late. It's such a struggle. But she's up. She's out and about. I think I'm gonna have her do this right now because I keep forgetting to do it. Think she's gonna write a letter.
Oh.
She hasn't written to Raja in a while. I don't have this written out yet. So,
Still good.
I'll figure that out either after session or during break. But,
Yeah, you're
I think
still
she spends a little bit, to do that. And then after that, I think she just goes downstairs.
You write the letter, whatever it may contain within, and walk downstairs. Or you see West waiting at the bar.
Yeah, he's sitting there.
Yeah, West, you watch Xerxes slowly go down the stairs.
What time is it right now?
Xerxes woke up at like 9, so probably like 9:15, 9:30.
Good morning, Xerxes.
Good morning. Where are the children?
Usually, they went shopping.
Alright. She sits down next to him. Where are you
Spiral.
here?
I wanted to stay back in case you woke up. You're sure up later than usual.
Yes, was tired, so I slept in.
Mm.
Good morning.
He gives her a kind smile.
Ursa, not Ursus.
Yeah?
Esquire will make her way over. Can I do anything for you?
Oh. I don't even barely have an appetite, but
But you will eat anyway?
I'll eat anyway, yes. This breakfast is, I don't know. Do you have a breakfast special? I don't.
I can surely make one up on the spot.
Don't go crazy, I'm not.
I will make you something special.
Thank you.
course. Yeah. Do you guys do anything while you wait for Esquire to bring food?
No, Zeus isn't really making conversation. Just moping.
Imagining like Zeus is like next to Wes was like looking over and like but yeah, if you guys don't talk, that's fine. I almost just Ursof's again. Again, Esquire will bring you food. Probably bacon, ham, eggs, all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. Well, like, she'll bring a glass of water as well.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Always
This is
around.
free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Just making sure. Do I see Calder down here at all?
No, you don't.
Okay, thank
Uh-oh.
goodness. I don't know if I could take it.
Luckily, Calder will not be down here for a bit, I'm sure.
Another hour at least,
He
or
goes to
two.
sleep at 7 and wakes up at 3 p.m.
Like a baby.
like a baby.
He needs his beauty sleep.
That's not what it is.
He needs his ugly sleep.
It's not that either.
No, he's ugly. The sleep is ugly.
It's because he has like a perpetual fever forever. Like he sleeps
Yeah.
like 15 hours a day. He needs
He
to
needs
rest.
to fight
He needs
off
to
the
get better.
infection.
What'd you say?
He needs to fight off the infection.
Yeah, you eat your food. Unless you guys have anything you would like to talk about. The kids will show up.
No way.
probably around 10. But yeah, Seal can see you walk into the Three Wolves, see the very cool statue, of course, and also see your friends at the bar together.
My parents.
Your parents. Your two fathers.
My two dads. West is my mom, actually.
So true. So true. So true. West does have mom vibes.
I was
huh?
literally gonna say your two moms, but Zeus is not a mother.
Mackenzie will go and sit with them.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna I'm gonna spray the blood perfume, in like not in his face, but like in front of Dr. Flex, and see if he likes it. I don't know.
See
You
that
like, spray it in
thing?
front- you like spray it in front as you guys are like walking forward, and Dr. Fox like starts to like look around, like viciously look around.
Oh,
Lets out like a kind of more aggressive lower chirp, and he's like his head's darting.
Whoa.
What is West here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're like, West is translating.
And now it smells like blood in the tavern.
It does.
Oh shit.
It's kind of like aerate around the
Hide.
tavern.
Are you bleeding?
No?
No,
No.
You do not sound sure of yourself.
it's check this out. I'm gonna spray it.
What is
Oh.
that?
Blood.
It's like weird. It's weird, like
Blood, sweat, and saliva.
Uh-huh.
Is that what that's made from?
That's what it's called. And the lady at the perfume shop said that she put like metal shavings in
Yeah.
it.
Why are you spraying that in here?
Well,
I don't
It's not even
know.
open.
Stop!
but-
Is there a little spell you can do to make it not smell like that anymore?
Yes, actually.
Can I spray
Um.
the jelly donut perfume to try and cover it up?
Oh.
Please don't.
It doesn't work. It
Oh.
like blends
Bad.
together. Oh god. I do like
so
spraying to like cover it up.
Uh,
As Squire walks out of like from behind.
put the perfume through.
Oh my god. It looks like where the smell's coming from. And like first like she like looks over like as like West and Xerxes and she's like, you two? Is that you two?
No.
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 Roll a deception check. What if you can roll it
Is
not
it-
with advantage? You
Oh.
almost said no.
Wait, I have to roll.
No. What one of you can choose to roll? Kinsey did it.
Okay.
Oh.
You did.
That wasn't a lie. It wasn't Wes.
Yeah.
That's fine. She like looks at Kinsey like directly dead in the eyes. Uh-huh. 5.
What?
What?
What? I didn't do anything.
Who did it? Either you or looks at Seal. You. You. I should kick you out of the tavern. I won't. 'cause
No,
I'm
you
a
shouldn't.
No.
Great bartender. But whatever you did, stop fucking doing it. Push her wave her hand. It's like gust of wind starts to like blow past you all like out the door.
He's just pinching at the bridge of her nose.
I love kids.
I
She, like,
hate them. I hate children.
You just like
And
one
he's
guy like
staring at his feet.
this one guy like get up and start to like walk out.
Oh. Just
um,
open the windows. We gotta open the windows.
Where's the
Uh,
gust of wind?
Mm-hmm.
most of the smells out by now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're with your friends. Xerxes,
Mm-hmm.
Wes.
Zeus is visibly agitated.
Wes looks uncomfortable.
Kinsey is staring at his shoes.
Hmm.
Good talk, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you don't plan on talking. That's fine.
Hold on. I can.
No, it's all good.
We went out and got well, we ordered like an arm bracer so that Dr. Flex won't destroy my arm anymore when he jumps on
Anymore.
it.
Huh?
Any more?
Well, his talons are kind of growing in.
Lovely. It's wonderful.
We also went and checked out a couple other shops. There's this one in the what is it called? The shopping district, right?
The
The-
trade quarter.
Trade quarter. in the trade quarter that had a couple different shops. We stopped by Pristine Perfumes, and then there was this one, Three Truths of Life. They had like magic items and stuff. They had sending stones there, but it was way too expensive.
I got a hat.
Oh yeah, and we got a hat for Dr. Flex.
I want to buy sending stones. I can make sending stones if you need them.
You can?
Yes, of course I can. It's not hard. How much were they?
500 gold.
Ugh. No. No, don't buy sending stones.
I don't have 500 gold Xerxes. It's. Was I gonna buy them anyway? Could you make some?
Ugh, yes, I could. I was gonna work on a few things today anyway. I'll give it a try.
Thank you. How's the ring going as well?
That's what I was going to work on today. I have a few errands I need to run.
Repeat that, you got roboted.
I have a few errands I need to run. With what I was going to work on today.
Mm.
Should probably get on that soon before it gets late. Ugh.
I was gonna head back to the library today. If there's anything you needed there, I could pick up you.
I can't imagine I need anything right now, but if I do, I'll be sure to let you know where to stop by at least.
Okay.
As you guys are talking, you hear another set of footsteps going down the stairs. Um,
Yeah.
in you see a fairly, like halfway disheveled, man with brown hair, heavy bags under his eyes, like almost like sickly pale skin. Making his way down the stairs, holding onto the handle with two hands. Watching his feet as he walks. Makes his way down the stairs and sees as you glance over, you lock eyes with him. And he starts to walk this.
Make a wisdom saving
I
throw.
was about to say, do I have to roll a saving throw right now? What did he just do to me?
He kind of like steps up to the seat next to you. Hello.
Hello, Calder.
Hello, Xerxes. And your friends?
Yes, my friends. Your shirt collar.
Oh, right. Sorry. Should I wear a tie to the library? I've been contemplating this all morning.
Can you tie a tie?
Morning.
He pulls out a tie from his pocket.
Are you gonna make a roll?
I think it goes through this hole and then kind of like ties like a shoelace knot.
Oh. Oh.
Don't
Don't.
wear a tie.
Okay. Unties it. Stuffs the tie in his pocket. Well, I guess I'm off to the library.
I was also going to head there.
Oh. Do you need a chaperone?
That's not what I was saying. We can work together. I can handle myself, though, and
Of course.
doesn't say anything else.
Of course. Well, we can get going then, if you like.
Repeat your question. Sorry.
We can get going then, if you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's. Celia, you coming?
Sure.
Awesome. West. West.
Sorry, one sec.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Say that again.
Did you want to go to the library?
What is Xerxes doing today?
Running errands?
Running errands, yes.
Would you like me to come with you?
I don't really have a preference either way.
Hmm.
You should keep Sissy's company.
Okay.
That's settled then.
Hmm?
That's settled then.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll see you later, sissies.
Yes, see you later, Galder. This... Remember what I told you. Good luck on your interview.
Confidence.
Yes. Can I... It only lasts a minute, but I imagine he needs to make 10 rolls in that time. Can I like give him guidance?
Sure.
Yeah, he gets a D4
Yeah.
for the next minute.
Xerxes' ever-inspiring
Mhm.
presence.
This is gonna help him not trip on the way out of the
This
door.
is-
There's like a
yeah.
little blip on
Yeah,
it,
he
so
Uh-huh.
Good.
he needs that.
Alright, let's head out then, children. He starts to walk out.
Mm-hmm. You're not. You're not.
D4?
You needed
You watch
it.
Calder walk towards the door and then stop himself right at the door, look down, take a big step over the little and walk
And then
towards
as
the
he
door.
confidently walks away, he trips.
Did he use his guidance on that? Did I hear a 20 and then a 4 after that?
What did he roll?
He rolled a 10 minus like 2.
Oh
So the guidance gave him +3, so I said an 11's enough.
Mm-hmm.
To not trip?
Uh-huh.
no! I love this guy so much.
This is like when
This
you
is the kind of
look at,
roles I
like,
do in real life.
Mm-hmm.
How did this guy survive in the wild?
Chernobyl took him in. Chernobyl took him to the fucking Among Us nest.
It's all a ploy. It's not even real. Acting like this to gain our This is Chernobyl. That's
No.
Chernobyl, guys.
Can I roll a Chernobyl
No.
check?
Yeah, did we roll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I roll a dad check?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
No, your dad's still gone.
still gone.
Still dead, you
Oh my
mean?
god, it's Chernobyl!
Would it be investigation or just a straight 20?
I guess it would be an investigation.
Okay, let's see.
So what, plus like 9?
uh,
Hey, you already rolled the d20.
Yeah, and then I rolled investigation.
well, you can just add the +9.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So 26.
26.
Chernobyl has left the walls. You guys watch the library. In the meantime, West, Xerxes, what are you guys up to?
I think Xerxes is on her way to the trade quarter because I imagine she'd find someone who could like fix magic items there.
Hmm.
Wonder if I should. She's an artificer. I wonder if I should have her like see if she can figure this out on her own first.
You so good.
um, yeah. Could I like roll to figure it out if it's like doable on my own first?
Yeah. We'll say roll a straight intelligence check.
Straight intelligence check.
That
Great.
says Xerxes.
Not Arcana.
Pride Month.
Not Arcana.
I don't think Arcana. I
Okay.
think straight intelligence is good.
Darn.
You probably could fix this on your own.
Mm-hmm.
All the runes are still intact.
Yeah.
Everything with it is still fine. It's just the glass that kind of shattered down there.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
This is going to be a scary question. I'm being sent a message.
Is Chernobyl trapped in the mirror?
Did Chernobyl escape the mirror?
Chernobyl escaped the mirror.
Okay.
I like putting evil smiley faces at the end of messages.
Why are they
I did
evil?
this.
It's normal messages.
Okay. Yeah. I guess she's gonna look for a place to fix it if she can't do it on her own. Just for future reference, I guess. On her way, like, if she sees somewhere where it seems like she could drop off a letter, then, yeah.
Yeah, you could find like a post office.
Okay.
Little like see like horses like in stables at this little office, and trying to like just figure out how to describe it. It's like one of those like just a box with
Mhm.
glass with a door on the side, with right next to like this horse stable.
Yeah. What, no
just, like,
carrier
horses.
pigeons? No carrier rocks?
No carrier rocks yet. It hasn't really.
No owls?
Kinsey hasn't invented it yet.
Mm-hmm.
No owls. But usually like this human woman behind the glass. You can just give it to her. She'll
Yeah.
set it off. Right? See, she sent a letter. That'll probably be. Sorry, costs around like 3 gold.
Okay.
For travel.
Yeah, give this 3 gold.
Cool. All right. And then off to find a shop that could try to fix a mirror.
Yeah. And I guess keeping an eye out for the place Kinsey and Seal mentioned. Or anything interesting, I guess. It's the big city. One of the big cities.
You of course find Three Truths of Life, which is, I think, is that the place you're talking about that they mentioned?
Yeah.
Or yeah, absolutely fine. Three Truths of Life. Hmm. One second. I think that's the only real like magic shop. Magic's not very popular.
Mhm.
Yeah. Other places like weapon shops and whatnot could also probably fix like basic stuff like that. Not really their expertise, but yeah. I think the place you'd probably want to go is the Third Truths of Life.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Guess
See you in West.
Yeah, Schwaltz
Yeah.
on in with West.
All right. Guys, walk in. And you see in front of you a young Air Genasi, light blue skin, well kept, short, white hair, black suit vest, white cotton button shirt, black skirt. Who kind of like opens his arms. Hello. Anything I can do for you all? We have magic items, many.
Just browsing. Oh, I was wondering as well if you could repair a magic item.
Sure. Yes, that is the background I come from. Artificing.
You're an artificer. Artificer.
However you like to say it. To an extent, I made most of the things in here.
Did I say it strange?
No, not at all. I must have said it strange. Apologies. But yes, this is most of the things in here are things that I have made myself. Otherwise, things that have been generously gifted to me from adventurers and whatnot. For example, if you could look to your right.
Okay. He looks alright.
What is Circe's desire most in the world right now? At this exact moment, what's
You knew
Circe's
this was
want?
coming.
Okay, so I've got two things on my mind.
Uh-huh.
So that
Hmm. Okay.
West has also looked as well.
Yeah. Well, I find a perfect thing. Wes, what does Wes want right now?
Right this second, all West just cares about keeping Zuri's company.
you're
That's
gonna
what
get
he's
the
thinking
fucking
about.
forest orbs.
It's gonna be Force Orbs again. Making Xerxes happy. Because it looks like he had a long night.
Cocaine shows up.
She already has that.
I think you guys are about to get the same things. That's so sad.
Oh.
No. As usually, as you look over, you see a crystal ball, purple glass, swirling smoke. The swirling smoke. As you like look at it, it's like this swirling gray smoke. It kind of like turns black inside. It goes back to gray.
Huh?
West, as you look over, you get the same thing I did for Seal.
The
You
bag.
see a set of handcuffs
Hmm.
and manacles. Well, I assume you, friendly friend, artificer, are searching for someone? If so, this is the item to do it.
What is it?
Lets you Oh, it's a orb of clairvoyance that you scry on people from far away. And, well, I have no idea what you want, Furbolg friend. Are you like...
What is that?
It's like a handcuff. Manacle? Let you stay close to people.
Hmm.
Would it
Wait,
even fit him?
It could be a little tight. But it's also magic, so it might just...
He puts it on his finger.
Well, how do we feel?
I don't think this
Sorry.
is going to be very helpful for me.
I'm so sorry. I can fix what you need, though. If you need.
I may
Why
come
are
back
they-
tomorrow for that.
Why are the bracelets tied together?
Oh god, all my stuff glitching, all my stuff is robotic. Hello, what do you guys say?
Both of
I'm
us?
sorry. Yeah.
I may come back tomorrow for that. Thank you, though.
Alright.
And I said, why are the bracelets tied together?
It's to stay close to your friend. It also prevents you from being moved to a different plane of existence.
Whoa! Holy shit! Wait, I need that. Sorry, Parker just burst in the door. Wes' eyebrows go up, but you can't see them under his hair. Actually, it's hair. You know, like the people who have like the hair cover their eyes, and when they raise their eyebrows, the hair goes up. How?
It just does. It's magic. Enchanted to do so.
It kind of gives Zeus a look.
What? Why are you looking at me?
Nothing.
Okay.
Anyways.
Warning, I am going to be turning down the bitrate a little. So if we sound a little worse, it's just something.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a me problem, but I feel like everything.
I was having.
No, yeah, everyone's robotic. It's probably just like
Yeah.
a Discord communication thing right now.
Right,
Like
but
it's
I
all
think
slow.
like Discord status, there's like no reports or anything.
Hmm.
I turned down our bitrate. Maybe it fixes it.
Perhaps.
Yeah, we don't like sound too much worse.
Yeah,
But-
plus
Sounds fine to me.
it was like doing it every couple seconds for me, and it's
Yeah.
not doing it at all now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I got like a little bit of it, but I think this is better.
I'm getting it right now.
Mm.
What time
Which-
zone is the server set in? It's normal, isn't it?
I have no idea. Let me check.
I mean, we've never had this issue
Oh,
any other
yeah,
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So
It does sound better for me.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll keep it like this, and
See, yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
hurt.
we'll see. All right. Well, West was looking at Zeus's.
he just said, "Never mind," and looked away.
All right. Well, come to me if you need anything. I guess.
Oh, that reminds me. Xerxes reaches into her bag and pulls out that book she bought from Raj's shop for fucking ever ago, the one she can't write in. Do you know what this is? Can't
It
write in
looks
it.
like a book. Oh,
It's magic.
hand it over.
She hands it over.
Opens it up, looks at it, goes through the pages, pulls out a pen, starts to try to write in it, and you watch like the ink fall off. I've never seen anything like it before. Can identify it, maybe?
I tried that.
Hmm.
Lucy's rolled a nat 20 investigating this.
I'll try to look at it and I'll give it a shot. Okay. Yes, I have no idea what this could be. It's just a prank journal of some sort.
Perhaps.
I mean, as long as it's not like writing in some strange thing, yes?
Yes. I assumed perhaps some kind of enchanted ink, maybe,
Hmm.
would work on it. If you had anything
Well.
like that.
I do have enchanted ink if you'd like some. It's really just ink though. It's nothing really special about it.
Yes.
I have wizardy ink as well. Higher quality, meant for writing down spells.
Mm. I mean, could you test out drawing in it with either of those? I'd hate to purchase something that unfortunately not work anyways.
Sure. No. Kind of like reach under the desk and pull out 2 jars of ink. Right, first, the ink of invisibility. It's done. It's invisible. Oh, no fits on my hands. Oh, it's falling onto the floor. Well, not the ink of invisibility. Recorks it. Wizard ink. Uncorks it. Puts a pen in it. Starts to write down. And no. Nope.
Oh well.
Sorry. Tosses it back.
It's alright, thank you.
Like looking down his hands, he's like covered in ink.
Mhm. That's not my problem. He takes the book back. Well, perhaps I'll be by tomorrow then, if I need anything fixed.
All right. I will be here. Always. Every day.
Okay. Have fun with that.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. She leaves.
Does Wes head out too?
West, as usual, is following Xerxes like a dog. Like a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like a family.
Well, let's move on over to Kinsey and Seal.
Don't forget Calder.
And
Who?
called
And Calder, come on.
So do either of you go to school?
No,
No.
I used to, but
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, my school died in the war.
what?
I'm sorry for your loss. For your...
Kinsey looks baffled.
Did I say something wrong?
What you think of Lost? Like that's like
Mhm.
like the implication that someone's died. Like what?
Does it imply that?
Yes.
I just thought that it was like a term of... Sorry.
No, it's like you like lose someone when they die, so you tell someone, "I'm sorry for your loss."
I'm not sorry for your loss.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Keep talking. So you get reach the library.
Mm-hmm.
Where you guys see the same man as before. One
Crazy.
One second. Where are you? Where are you, library man? Ah, fuck! I forgot to do this every time.
What?
It's fine. I'll do it another time. I'll do it after you guys leave.
Okay.
Oh my God, where's my library? What's that? I'm so sorry. My library disappeared. Here it is. Okay. Same bed. Like this, like white and black peppered hair, glasses. You enter like this very, as always, very tall library. You see the man behind the desk look up, and give you a nod, Kinsey. Take that as a break. Well, wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck. Just, Zeus is like gave you tips. Just,
Confidence. Yes.
confidence.
And he'll approach the man behind the desk.
Mm-hmm. Kinsey's gonna stay and watch
Of course.
from a distance.
Mhm.
Hello there. See the man looks up. I was wondering if maybe you had a spot at your library open for a job. No. No, we don't.
Oh.
I could do archiving. I used to research in my youth. We really don't need anybody here. But one second. I just I was actually city renowned, very popular in Kremlis, Ikil. I used to study bugs. I know a lot about archiving and whatnot. I'm sure an additional set of hands couldn't hurt. I he's like really like thinking. Really, anything you need at all. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll pay you he gives like a rate. um just be here tomorrow. Without the stain in your Oh, of course. I looks out of his shirt. He like closes up his coat. Of course. I'll be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
I'm clapping.
And you see the band on Calder turns around, walks a few steps away, and the man looks back down at his book, and Calder like looks at you guys and like, yes.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Does he come over to them?
He kind of like walks a little closer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good job.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that. Your teaching friend Cindy says she's very good at talking. I'm so glad I got her tips.
Can I see his shirt? Real quick.
Of course.
Did the stain? Can Kinsey prestidigitate the stain out for him?
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. Wow, you're a very magical child. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow, this.
Are there any other like stains on his clothes?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, Kinsey will just
Yeah.
take care of all those.
Oh, this is the best day of my life.
You mentioned you did research in EQ.
Yes, I did.
That's fun. My mom also does that.
What does your mom research?
She researches bugs.
Oh,
Since
maybe,
Mollius.
Maybe I know her. What's her name?
Folly?
His face goes white.
Something wrong?
That's really no. I
Can throw
Put insight on this guy.
yeah.
Knowing your mom.
He actually beat Seal. So sorry.
No.
He rolled really high. He literally cannot beat Kinsey's roll though. So, Kinsey, he's obviously lying.
I feel like you're lying.
Why?
You've got this look on your face, like you've seen a ghost.
Well, no, I've never. I'm gonna.
You've
go
met
back
her? You've met no.
I think Zeus wants to know where I am. So
No, I don't think she does. Kinsey, is this my dad? Just like trying to recognize this guy.
You've just never seen this guy before.
Come on, there's new
Sorry, my
here. You know, like Kinsey already thought, like, this guy looks kind of familiar. Can you do like another intelligence?
Yeah, what did I do before? What did I say?
it was intelligence, unskilled
just
intelligence.
Yeah, roll an unskilled intelligence check.
Come on.
Kinsey. He has your pale skin. This messy brown hair. It doesn't really look like yours, but you can kind of. The way you look at him. Oh my god. Kinsey, this is. It all like clicks together. This is your dad. I'm gonna go.
No. You. Did he say I'm gonna go or?
Yeah.
Um. I thought you like died.
What?
You're my dad's, aren't you?
No.
Yes.
I've never met you, so you can't be my son.
This is your dad?
Yeah, he like ran away before I was born. Like he ran away when he found out that my Folly was pregnant.
What the hell? Why did you do that?
I need to go.
I'm not mad. I'm just like I'm.
Just disappointed.
I didn't die.
Yeah, I see that. Have you just been in cocaine all this time? Or, like what happens?
For about like 13 years. 14, 13.
Mm-hmm.
I just left. This is an awkward conversation.
Do you want to sit down somewhere?
I don't know if I want to have it.
I'm curious.
Mhm. About?
You,
I'm fine.
I mean, my mom's like told me like a few stories about you, but
Uh, good things?
mm,
Mm.
Elise
Wait,
said
what?
you were funny.
Your mom's?
Yes,
Who's...
she remarried after you left.
Of course. With...
Elise, do you know her? I think you met. Yeah, you met her, didn't you?
Oh my god.
What?
I need to...
Oh, your robot.
Oh, I need to go. It's like really like dry tears for me.
You look so baffled.
Oh my god.
Where do you even need to go?
Right, Kinsey. Well, he doesn't know your name.
He doesn't know my name.
Poor child. he fucking runs out.
Kinsey doesn't like try to stop him. He's just like staring.
Oh right, Wes said it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He said bye, Kinsey. Then he runs.
Did Wes say that?
Pretty sure. I
He could've
The
said
interaction, the
I
exact
think Wes said it
interaction,
because we were-
the exact interaction was that Kinsey's dad said, "Hello, children." Kinsey was like, "Huh," and then Wes was like, "That's a weird way to refer to Kinsey," or something like that.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
watched,
that.
I rewatched it 4 times.
Yeah. Watch your father. Run away.
Kinsey turns to Seal, like eyes still like wide open. People go along.
You fucking-
What at least?
for saying nonsense.
I fucking
You just
forgot.
start
I forgot about
talking.
Gobber's Keep, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That was so funny.
I think that means what the fuck.
I feel like they both just look so bewildered.
Uh-huh. He seemed like really upset when I mentioned Elise.
Why would he be?
I don't know. What's your mom's name? Maybe I know. Yeah, maybe you do, bitch.
Where did he go? Did we talk to him?
I mean, I tried and he did not seem receptive to the idea. Should I tell him? Like he's been missing.
Should you tell Droma?
Holy shit.
Can Kinsey walk to like a secluded corner of the library
Yeah, sure.
with Seal? Kinsey put on the sending stone.
Like, that's on the message.
Yeah, that's what I mean, I guess. I mean, I probably might like to know that he's like safe, I guess. I guess.
One second. Okay. Actually, who does someone want to roll me a D100?
I would love to.
I'll roll it.
Oh, who's gonna do it?
I'll say Sage should because it's Drum.
Mhm.
Okay, and that means
Which one doesn't go through? First one, it's like a 15.
Kinsey needs to talk to someone right now.
okay. So you call Drum?
Yeah.
Roll another D100.
Okay.
Another one.
Cool. You hear immediately from the other side, just the sounds of like flying through the air.
hmm
The clothes ruffling, kind of just all like muffled under the, obviously in a pocket.
hmm
What do you say?
Drama?
Oh crap! Pulsa. Well, does that do so now? Hello.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you know how my dad like ran away before I was born?
I'm a little afraid of where this is going.
I
Uh-huh.
found him.
Oh. Congratulations.
I don't know if this is a congratulations situation.
Is this a bad thing?
No.
How do you feel about your father?
I don't want to be mean. He's not like a bad guy. I don't think. He just seems like really How do I put this? Still like he's like
Kind of pathetic.
yeah, that is what I would say.
Oh, 1 second, guys. I was so sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, it's just
could
the
not
weirdest
mute.
little blip of a sneeze.
Mhm.
I couldn't. I was trapped in MS Paint drawing Calder.
Hello.
Hi.
So we ended off on Steel calling.
He's like, yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Glad you don't harbor like negative feelings. I feel like that would have made an interaction very awkward. And it's just awkward.
It was. He ran away. Again.
Oh.
I guess.
Yeah, that. I'm so sorry.
For your loss?
Yeah, no, that's wild. I don't know what to say. You found him at least, for a brief period before he possibly runs
Ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't, like, leave town. Where are you?
I'm in military though.
Right. Yeah, no, probably not gonna just leave town. Has, like, commitments, maybe?
Yeah, he like just got a job like 15 minutes ago. We watched it happen.
Oh, so you know where to find him again.
And when?
And you hear, like, drum land. Well, sounds... I really don't know how to react to this situation.
I don't know either. That's why I called you.
I can't, like, give you a reaction. Things can be in bad, so that's okay, right? That's
Mhm.
fine. On the bright side, you found your father. On the bad side, he's a bit of a loser.
Uh,
And that's okay.
We saw him yesterday, like drinking sips out of a shot glass.
Oh my god. LeVay would kill him.
he's almost dead.
Oh my god, LeVay would kill him.
That's why he left.
I can't let LeVay know that he's my father. She would never let me live that down.
Yeah.
Not that she ever lets me live anything down, but
But that's like,
it's really bad, isn't it?
oh, you just be known as like that guy's son forever. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine. We just don't tell LeVay or anyone.
I mean,
He's even technically your dad at this point.
should I like? I'm not gonna ask you to tell them because they already don't like you. Like, should I tell my mums that he's fine or like?
I guess so. I guess it couldn't hurt. I imagine like they don't like hate it. Well,
I don't.
I
know.
hate him. I don't know. King, this is a lot. He's like walking. You hear like a geyser go up next to him. You know, I've been like traveling to like planes, and
Mhm.
this call is still weirder and maybe more stressful than any of it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like think on it, right?
Mhm.
Maybe you'll catch a opinion. You'll feel something.
Yeah. I mean, like, I tried to talk to him, and he ran away after I mentioned Elise.
Yeah, Kinsey. I mean, like, he ran away, but still, like, he was married to Farley, so
Hmm. Do you
It's
think it made him upset?
yeah, maybe like a little, but I'm sure next time you talk to him, it'll be fine, and it'll be all right.
Mhm.
Yeah, take some time. Maybe like think of like an opinion on it all.
Repeat
Oh.
that. Sorry.
Take some time, like make up your own opinion about it. I'm happy you found him. At least it's like a mystery, right? Solved, done.
I guess. I mean, it wasn't really like weighing that heavily on me. I just was like, oh, my dad is dead, and then he wasn't.
And now it's weighing heavier.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm sure he'll be open to conversation next time you talk.
Mhm.
I'm actually not sure of that, but I hope so.
Okay. Well, I'll try again when I see him. I guess. I think he's staying at the same tavern we are,
Okay.
unless he decides not to anymore.
Lots of variables here.
Really, there's quite a few.
All right. Yeah, just try to talk to him again and figure things out. Yeah.
Repeat that.
Just try to talk to him again and figure things out,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. It's just weird. Where are you? Can you not tell
I am
me?
in the fire elemental plane.
Oh, sounds fun.
It's actually really nice here. That was a lie. I'm wearing all black clothing, and it is so hot. I'm sure it's fine though. Only
Can't you like,
Hmm?
if you like put a couple crystals together and made them spin around, can you make a fan?
well, the issue with like fans is they blow more hot air
Mm.
if you're in a if you're in a hot place.
Okay, that is true. I
My
always forget about that because I'm not really used to like the hot weather. You know, kill.
yeah. uh, I'm with LeVay though, so it's not that bad.
Mm.
Lots. I mean, this is like second to last circle, so we're doing good. Everything's good.
Mhm.
I'll let you know
Well.
if we find anything fun.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't tell LeVay about my dad.
Of course,
Please don't.
I won't have any.
Even if she asks you what you're thinking about, you're making a weird face. Please don't tell her. Make something up if you have to.
I never make a weird face.
You're doing it right now.
Oh, hey, LeVay!
Oh,
Oh, I gotta go.
Bye.
Fizzled the call. I'm sure the secret's safe with Droma.
Mm-hmm. Before the call ends, we hear LeVay going, "Hey, you're making a weird face. What do you think
Hey, Liz! Yeah. Collins, what would you like to do?
Kinsey would like to go look for books about the Elder Gods, Winged Glory.
Fun. So this is a fun investigation check.
It
Out of
is.
10?
Normally it's at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Steel's here, so it's a straight roll.
Awesome.
Ooh.
It's not horrible.
We already had disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, kids, you kind of like look around for books. First of all, you haven't heard of like the Elder Gods before. This is new things for you. You've never heard of like anything past like the regular pantheon that everyone else knows. But Droma just said it and then didn't explain, so you kind of like go off of that and look around. With a roll of 18, you may in some like you go to like the academic like the where they have like the folders of like different like papers on like academic papers and stories and all that stuff. You're like scrolling through and you catch the mention of like just like the phrase elder gods.
Mm-hmm.
Just about like, well, we may not know much about these people and these things. You do catch some names of the elder gods.
Cool.
Specifically, as you're like searching through, one of the journals that mentions like the elder gods talks about like how they believe that something had to have come before, and that these whatever ancient beings created our pantheon must have done all these different things, and from like old journals and old stories, and from like ancient texts from like the Raventorius Empire, they found these names. They found the names, and I'll send these in a second. Aeronox, the Collisionist Prowler.
Okay.
Oh, let's get a little glitchy. Wait. All right. Arakanaki, the Earthen Behemoth. Imperion, the Inferno. Pyranox, the Winged Glory. And Zirsiah, the Unbearable Luminescence.
Your Saya.
Oh my god. They feminized your sorry.
You're all good.
If you could write those down also,
Yeah, yeah.
so I can
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure. Thank you.
Oh, I called her.
I love this. I love this drawing.
I was gonna draw a different face, but then this happened as soon as I opened MS Paint, started drawing a face, and then Josh him as like sweating nervously with a horrified look on his face, and so I had to.
Second. One more. Good old Zirsaya. We love Zirsaya.
What the? Oh,
Ooh, I did not even get close to the correct spelling.
These are fucked up.
Yeah, this is what I expected. Everybody, you wanna write down how you spelled it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my spellings.
Zai. That's how I spelled it.
Well, this is gonna be so funny. I when I wrote these down, I was like, how can I ruin how this looks?
You do what like white parents do. Alangela.
Very
Kaylee. This is Kaylee.
That's how I was imagining the last one.
I was gonna
really
say
close to Xerxes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Baryon was like I was thinking about, oh my god, it's a Pokemon.
But yeah.
Baryon embarrassment.
In their mentionings, you also hear a bit about what people think they might have done, based on their names. Aeronauts, you would see people described as like the
You're
creator
muffled.
of. No! Is it
I, the creator of.
the creator of Shadows and just Darkness. Arakanaki, known to have created the world in greenery and flowers and trees. Emberion, who created fire and temperature and heat, as well as cold. Pyranox, through some additional readings, created what people believe to be the planar wheel.
Mmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And lastly, Zirsaya created light. Of all different sorts. Yeah. And that's about all you can really get.
Cool. I'm still thinking about Calder. Can we can I look for stuff about the planar wheel?
Uh-huh.
Sure. Anything specific about the planar wheel, or just in general?
Planar, just kind of like general. I don't really like know what I would look for specifically about it.
The history? Who knows?
Not too hard to find stuff about the planar wheel. It's a pretty important
Okay.
thing.
Mhm.
But if I'll have you roll an investigation anyway. This
Okay.
one could be an
I'm
advantage.
helping him.
Yeah.
I'm getting helped.
Aw.
Oh, 9/11.
Oh.
Mine was backwards.
That means we specifically found the stuff that 9/11 guy knows about,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
Maybe if it was in order.
the planar wheel. Let me pull up a diagram real quick. Because this is the fun part, huh?
Ooh.
Love diagrams.
Okay. The planar wheel. it is part of a. It is a collection of different places. Very simple. The material plane sitting strangely directly at the middle, almost like those like jokes of like the Earth sitting like in the middle of the solar system, but actually sitting directly in the center of the multiverse is the material plane, which includes Earth and outer space and all that stuff. The planar wheel is made out of more things than I can count at this exact moment.
Mhm.
But it takes place with all these different areas that have their own shtick, basically. Like the Feywild is all greenery and these different creatures called Fey, and it's kind of all trickery based and very beautiful, but has like dark underlyings. There are Mount Celestia, where all the Celestials find their placement. Pandemonium, where everything just doesn't make sense. You have to yell when you talk. The makes it almost impossible to see within like a more than like a 30-foot range. And that's kind of the outside, which is the most of like the most complicated things. But also within the planar wheel finds placement of other branching territories of the material plane. The Feywild finds placement with this, as well as the Shadowfell. Specifically, the Feywild finds itself above the planar, the material plane. It's like straight, almost flat existence. And the
Oh.
Shadowfell under.
Oh,
Taking
there you are.
the Feywild taking the most beautiful aspects. Oh, sorry. The Feywild taking the most like beautiful aspects, the trees and the greenery and the people of various different sorts, and the Shadowfell taking the darker aspects, the almost unbearable like shadows that take over the land, the barren wasteland and scapes of nothing. But still, people are created here. And then surrounding that is the ethereal plane, which is basically just an all-around location. It's the ethereal plane is part of every plane in its own weird little way, where you can split yourself in between each area.
Mhm.
A very fun way. With that, outside of the ethereal plane, directly outside is the elemental planes, which you've heard quite a bit about recently with all the creatures coming through.
Mhm.
Specifically, you can find the air, water, fire, and earth planes, each kind of fully embodying their name. Oh, I think I cut out. I'm back. Specifically, the fire plane takes its this weird like barren wasteland with lava rivers and almost the occasional dead tree, almost like all of this like strange, unable to burn wood, and of course a beautiful city that the city of Brass. There's the airplane, which is this open area of swirling storms and occasional placements of land floating around in this endless expanse. Water, which is a lot like the elemental plane of air, but instead of these floating islands, it's normal islands, very occasional in a world almost made entirely of water. Then the earth plane, which fairly basic, fairly simple, very weirdly like the material plane, but taking specifically like mountainscapes and hills and mud, different stones, occasional greenery, but not enough to really for normal people to make a living there. And past that, even further, and past the normal planes that kind of surround everything else, is the astral plane. All surrounding, all knowing, all everywhere. Which by some has been described as like just sitting in space. It feels as if you are sitting in this nebula, watching land and stars and meteors all float around and fall away. All of this does not mention anything about Pure Nox or the Winged Glory or anything like that. There's a few mentions about occasionally the planar wheel shifts in a certain way that causes rifts and whatnot, but normally gets fixed. It's fixable by other creatures outside of the planar ring itself. But yeah. Not a lot leaning to what you might be looking for. Yeah.
But, still stuff.
Yeah. I'll send a fun picture.
Woo.
Yeah, I love wheels.
Oh, it didn't send. We love that. We love that so much. It's just a
The
really big
wheels
picture.
on the bus go round.
Round and
This is
round.
an enormous picture.
Let me find a normal picture. Here's another one.
This is SVG document. I don't even know what that is.
Here's a good one.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Sucking vagina go. See, I don't know. Sorry.
So true.
That's foul of me. I'm sorry.
Ginormous.
Ginormous.
This one has colors.
This one has colors.
Which
But
one's
yeah.
on a fancy vector image?
That's I didn't know that. But yeah, that's what you find.
Damn, guys, we've been there. I'm pointing at the images. Like when you have parents watch movies and stuff, and then they're like, "Hey, we've been there," or something stupid. My parents did that at least.
Also, you can ignore the elemental chaos thing. I don't really, not really in my world. I'm evil like that.
You're evil like that.
We don't really have that here.
We've only got elemental normalcy.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normalcy.
We fixed the
Elemental
chaos.
peace.
Actually, that's where we're from.
Mhm.
Right now.
So true. Candace is so fun. But yeah. You are looking for at the library?
I don't think so.
Cool. Then
Find your long missing father.
yes. Yes, they do. It's actually a very common occurrence in Melee
Really?
or
Crazy. Oh, yeah.
in other areas of Tokyo.
So true.
It's written by a father, and it is like talking about like acceptance, understanding. Obviously written as a father, hoping that their son or daughter or child would understand.
Okay.
But right?
But yeah, I think in that case, we shall move over to Xerxes and Wes.
Oh no.
Whatever these guys are up to.
We're setting a building on fire.
Oh my god.
We run into Calder.
He runs. Don't say that. He's looking for me.
Seriously, we can't be together. Your son is my son.
I think Lucy is just heading back to the tavern.
Go back to the tower?
Yeah. I guess keeping an like eye out for anything interesting. She's not making like a dedicated beeline, but if anything catches her interest, then
What Circe's interested in right now?
I don't know, man. There's
Does anything catch
There's-
West's interest?
there's only one thing that's ever on her mind.
Penis. How to get penis back.
Yeah, how to get penis back.
If you guys would like, you can roll perception checks.
I'd love to roll perception
Yay.
check.
I will do that.
I'm not seeing shit.
Eyes closed.
Come on, baby. I'm also not seeing shit.
Never mind. All right.
Oh,
Wow, you're so mean to us. Do we see? Is there a fish stand?
if there was, we don't see it.
Oh my God, Kinsey didn't even try to fish Calder.
Can I retroactively do this?
Yes.
Don't kick a man while
Whole
he's
dad thing that
down.
happened.
Kick a man while he's down.
Roll a set of
Just
hands.
as he was leaving the library.
Oh my God.
Um,
Oh my god. Yeah, no,
Can I do
you
my-
probably don't even have to roll. You roll anyway, but you're
Could be in
fine.
that one.
take it that was a good perception check.
Yeah, you slip a fish into Calder's pocket as he's running away.
Wonderful.
Oh my
That's
god.
not very forgiveful of you.
Very forgetful of me. I'm sorry.
So much going on. Yeah. So you guys just make your way back to the tavern, not really seeing anything interesting.
Too tired,
Aphir
too
and the author
bored.
literally walked by.
No!
If you're waved at Wes, but he
Notice
couldn't
them.
see.
No! Don't say that.
um.
You
Yeah,
should
you
do a
guys-
Chernobyl check right now for good measure.
Yeah. Should I do a
That was a
Chernobyl
perce-
check?
That was a perception check, but you can roll another one if you like.
Yeah, you make me
What's
roll
specifically Chernobyl?
investigation for Chernobyl.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Actually,
sorry,
we walked by me. Can I roll a Parker check?
Yeah, roll a Parker check.
I've been
That's
rolling-
Also investigation.
Shit,
That's investigation. I just rolled a d20.
That's all good. First of all, Chernobyl has escaped your line of sight. You cannot find Chernobyl. Chernobyl is gone and is probably behind you at every moment of your life,
Uh-huh.
even if you turn around.
Whatever.
That's a plus
Um,
0, so that's just
Yeah.
for Parker check.
Parker is running on the rooftops right now.
Yeah, Parker!
Parkour!
Things I do in my dreams.
Sorry.
Where the- I forgot my name from, guys.
Does Wes get inspiration for that?
Fun fact.
No.
I would never. That's not inspiring.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
No.
I guess you can just make your way back to the tavern. Nothing interesting going on in the tavern either. You see Esquire doing her due diligence
hmm
and handing out drinks and whatnot.
You mean her job?
Yeah.
She
She
gets
just
paid to
nods
do.
hello. Nods like a greeting, yeah.
Yeah, Esquire will nod back.
It's usually just goes to a room.
Okay. Where's West heading?
West is before Xerxes goes to her room. Sorry, I just saw the monotone familiar. Got really happy. Fuck. What does West sound like again? Xerxes.
Yes.
I'm going to go to the library to find the boys.
Alright.
Do you need any help with anything?
Ugh. I don't think I do. Again, I said if I need anything, I'll be sure to head over as well. But I assume
Hmm.
you will all return before I even finish working on what I need to work on. So
Well, I hope it goes well.
thank you. If I finish early, I will stop by.
Okay. And
Goodbye.
then Wesley's.
Yeah.
Are they still at the library?
Timing wise, Wes could probably catch them there.
Yeah, for sure. You were probably looking around a while for some of that stuff too.
Yeah.
West, you make your way to the library and catch them as see Kinsey and Seal about to actually step out.
Oh,
Oh, West, hello.
hello. I was going to find you too.
We found us.
Where's the Calder?
He ran away.
Looks confused. Why?
Because you take Wes more secluded corner of the library.
Yeah. West over.
Mhm.
Like in one of like the hidden quarters, and there's like
Mhm.
little like reading sections where they're blocked off by like wooden walls.
Wes is confused.
He was talking about like that he like used to do research in EQ. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. Like my mom, she does research in EQ. And he was like, oh, what does she study? And I was like, oh, she studies bugs. And he was like, well, what's her name? Maybe I know her. And I told him her name. And he tried to say he didn't know her, but he clearly did. And I think Calder is, and I know he is my father that ran away before I was born. And he ran away. As I was trying to talk to him about that.
I thought you had two mom.
I do have two mums. My mum remarried. Father remarried after he ran away.
Ah,
I think I might have like hurt his feelings or something when I told him that.
hmm. Wes looks unsure. That is funny. Weird. He's trying to correct himself. Weird. So he
Yeah.
just ran away.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
After I mentioned my other mum, Elise.
Hmm. Do you think he does not like one of your moms?
But she's so likable.
I mean, I would assume, since you are.
Aw.
Head hat. On the hat.
Thank you.
Did he say anything specific?
Not really. He just like I asked like, you know, like what he'd been doing and he said he'd just been living in Tokane most of the time.
Hmm.
And then he really didn't want to have the conversation, he said.
Maybe because we are in the public library.
I guess. Maybe. I was figuring I might like try and talk to him again if I see him at like the inn.
He has a job here for 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Go
Will he
find
work
him.
here?
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to get him
Oh.
fired.
Like distract him as he's going into work, but maybe I could like wait for him outside. I don't know when he's done. I don't know when their shifts end.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Kind of, I think so. I imagine they don't have much about it in the library, so I'm happy with what I found.
That's good. Well, Xerxes is back at the tavern, working on her project.
We should probably head back as well. We got Oh wait, we already told him about the hat. Never mind.
Yes, he loves the hat.
Alright. You guys head back to the tower?
Yeah.
Cool.
If that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we do
It's not
culture
okay.
check?
Yeah, can we do
Can we
a
do a
call
call
check
to-
on our way back, just like if he's around?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh,
I have not rolled above a 10 today.
Oh.
The lie, I got that 18 on my Parker check.
Seal, as you are walking with Kinsey and Wes through the town, you are looking around, trying to catch Calder, and you are certain he is not in this section of town.
Damn.
Sorry. You do catch, however, a very familiar blue coat shuffling its way through the streets. Man with black hair, emerald eyes. There's a blue coat. You see this guy? He's just shuffling through, big smile on his face. This is Gray Silverspine.
Ah, for God's sake.
does he like have anything like on him? Like, is he like carrying anything?
Nope. Not that you can see.
We should go right now.
What? What's going on?
There's like cave guy.
Can Kinsey see him now? Like as Seal
Yeah.
points him out.
Seal points him out, and you look over and you see him.
It's
We should go now. Kinsey's gonna
How
like.
close is he?
He's not very close. You kind of like see him like in a cross section of the streets.
It doesn't look like he's seen us.
Roll insight check.
Can Kinsey also roll one?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a 9 and 11.
We got a 9 and 11. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I don't think I'd be very insightful
Respectful.
currently.
This is
I don't know
literally a
if this
9-11 check.
The odds of a 9 and an 11 are lower than a nat 20, Josh. Just think about that.
I thought about it. You can't tell.
Yeah, keep
Just a little laugh after.
Yeah, can't really tell. But he makes his way through. He seems to be heading north through the city.
North?
Yeah. Total opposite directions of you guys.
Okay.
Fuck, what's north again?
Up.
Gloomring, Castle, Adventurers League, Adventurers Guild, sorry. All that stuff.
Wes is kind of like looking where they're looking. What do you see?
The guy from the cave.
The one that attacked you?
Yeah.
Wes like grabs both of them and starts like marching in the other. Cave Johnson! He like gently grabs both of their hands. We're gonna speed walk our way out of here.
We are.
Guys, make your way back to the tavern, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And that you do.
No.
Go to the Three Wolves. Esquire gives you all a nod as you open the door. What would you all like to do?
Should we tell Xerxes what happened?
We probably should tell Xerxes about Cave Guy. So Xerxes' room.
We're all standing outside. I need to drop.
Holding hands still.
Yeah, still holding hands.
Xerxes, what are you up to?
Xerxes was gonna get started working on the ring for Celsier.
Awesome.
Uh,
Roll me a Tinker's check.
One that lights up. That's would that be just a 20 plus proficiency?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Would it be dex?
intelligence or
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay. Hello? I clicked
Hello.
the button.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
No!
Oh.
Come
No.
on, girl.
You can try again later. It's not in it.
Roll me a
She-
I wonder
D100.
why.
A D100?
Oh no.
She's like about to hammer into it and there's knocking on her door.
Okay. Xerxes.
Mm-hmm.
About to hammer into it.
She
No.
presses the button.
This is the most important part. Putting the gem perfectly to the ring. Pick up the hammer. As you go down with the hammer, there's a at your door.
It's more of like a.
And you hit the gem a little harder than you were trying to. It doesn't crack. It doesn't shatter. It could have.
it what?
It could have.
Oh.
You pick up the hammer. You look at the gem really quick. It's fine. It does not stick right though. The hammer, it just pressed too hard. You messed up one of the mechanisms.
Ugh. It's gonna redo it later. What? Who is it?
Some, all of
Everyone.
us.
He stomps over to the door and like opens it a little. What? What is so important right now? I'm kind of busy.
We saw Cave Guy also called us my dad.
We saw the guy from the cave again in Milita. He was heading north through the city.
It's weird that he's also here when we're here, but he wasn't
It
following
is
you,
weird.
right?
He wasn't following us. He was heading in a different direction than us.
Okay. Alright then, is that all?
Wes
Um,
is giving Kinsey a look. Tell her.
Can I roll an insight check right now before they even say anything?
You should.
Yeah, sure.
Do I have to roll something against that?
I think it's just
Maybe with
well,
disadvantage because two people are looking at me.
What specifically is Kinsey hiding right now? Like the just from his face. Not
I
even
don't
hiding.
even know if he's like hiding it necessarily. It's just like it might be his just passive deception.
All right. What is like the facial expression you make? Well, you're thinking about Calder right now. What's the?
Here I have a helpful gift.
Okay. There's no world where Xerxes just knows.
Mhm.
Xerxes, you're getting a lot of weird looks. And there's a weird vibe all of a sudden from right in front of you. My
I'm
Discord's
throwing off
trash.
the vibes.
Oh no.
I think it's Calder.
Yeah. Oh,
Hold on, my headphones are falling out.
you're good. Did Seraph die?
No, I'm
Maybe.
just waiting.
Oh.
What's wrong? You look like you're about to cry.
Can I come in for this? It's weird to talk about it in the hallway.
She like gives West a look. Sure, sure.
Because he's about to come out as
I
gay.
know.
Wes just has like a like steady kind of like, okay, he's gonna tell her, look, like, yeah, it'll be okay.
So they walk in.
Do all of them walk in?
Yes.
Awesome.
This
Wes
isn't
will
a
sit on the floor.
private conversation. You look. Okay.
You know that guy to the called.
Yes.
We went to the library with him, right? And he we watched him. He got the job, by the way.
Well, that's really, really.
And he mentioned like, oh, I used to do like research work in EQ, and I mentioned to him after, like, oh, it's fun. My mom does research in EQ, and he was like, oh, really? What does she research? And I was like, bugs. And so he like asked her what's her name. Maybe I know her, and I told him my mom's name. And he tried to say that he didn't know her, but like I could tell that he was lying. And he's like my dad that ran
What?
away before I was born.
What? Like your father?
Yes.
You mean like? Okay.
Hmm.
He was married. That is wow.
It does seem surprising, doesn't it?
Yes,
Um,
I don't feel that bad anymore, but
Repeat that?
I don't feel that bad anymore, but did
I mean, like,
something
based on my other mom, I would think that father would have better taste, but I.
mm-hmm.
Maybe he used to be better.
The way that was said. Yes, it's canon.
He's making a face.
You all seem extremely emotionally distraught right now.
It's weird, right? Because I thought he was dead, and it was like not really
Why did you
something
think
I thought
he
about
was
often.
dead?
Because he like was missing for 14 years.
Honestly, when you came and started mentioning him for a moment, I thought you were gonna tell me he did die today, but
They shot him dead at the library.
His entity was so bad they just killed him.
you seem upset.
I
You-
guess.
I could be misremembering, but I thought you said you were like not upset that you didn't have a father.
I wasn't upset. And now I am upset that I know him.
Why? Because
is
he is
kind
the way
of,
that he is. Because he is the way that he is.
I guess. I mean, not
Or
really.
because
I mean,
he
it's
ran
just
away.
confusing because that he exists.
I mean, you knew he existed.
I thought he was dead though.
Would you prefer that the man die?
No,
He also ran away again
he did.
and would not talk to Kinsey.
This is starting to
think
look
he
kind of
also-
uncomfortable.
He also found out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see him in the area.
I'm sure he had a reason. He left Ikeo for Token. I'm sure there was something.
I mean, I guess.
Look at the
I'm
like,
not, like-
he's living now.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just confused.
I'm confused. Everything
What?
about all of you confuses me.
What is it with the husbands and running away?
I'm really busy.
That's crazy.
I'm really busy.
But did I say something?
No.
Should we leave you be?
What did you say?
Should we leave you be?
Please. Please do.
Well,
Okay.
we'll leave her be.
Yeah, Wes is also leaving.
Shuts the door behind him. Zuzu's literally just like hammered a ring to bits metaphor, and then they're like, husbands and leaving, am I right?
So true.
Am I wrong?
Am I
You're
wrong?
wrong. You're not.
Husbands and leaving.
What?
God's talking.
That's sounds here.
No!
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you fucking say
Did
that?
they get married at recess?
They did, and Salzir remembers, but Kinsey doesn't. And Salzir this whole time has thought that they have been married.
They tied grass around their fingers.
Kinsey gets back, and Salzir's like, "My husband's back." Kinsey's like, "What?"
Is it funnier if Fang
Kinsey like
officiates or
turns around
Senris?
to look behind him.
Oh my god.
What about Valen officiate?
Valen wouldn't.
You don't know that.
No, Valen would.
I don't understand why you didn't immediately jump to Fang.
I said Fang. Is it funnier if
Oh,
Fang
you did?
officiates or Senris?
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No one can hear anything today.
Everybody.
I want Senris to officiate.
Because I think it'll be really lively. I think it's funny if Fang's about to like be like, oh, I can, and Senris is like, I can do it. And then Fang is just sitting there.
Senris is one of those people that got like the contract online.
Mm-hmm.
Like the third party place.
Senris doesn't know you need to. Senris thinks it's just something you can do.
Yeah.
It
And
totally
it is,
is.
he's right.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, all marriage is gay marriage.
Senris says it, and Kinsey's like, I'm not.
Hey,
You're
All
getting married
marriage
to
is
a man.
gay.
It's not gay marriage. We're not gay. We're just getting married to each other.
clearly there's nothing gay about this. I don't know what you're up in arms about.
So, what's everyone up to? What's everyone doing?
Kinsey's gonna try to help Dr. Flex attune to the hat.
Oh god.
You need help with that?
Okay.
Just Just put meat in the hat. No, wait.
Hmm?
That work?
Spray it
Okay,
with the
Wes
blood.
can like translate, so maybe he'll ask Wes to help.
Okay. You're with Wes right now.
Okay.
So we are getting him to look at the hat.
Yes, and he should let him cast cantrips.
Oh, magic bird.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
tell him if he doesn't manage to do it that it's okay, and I won't be mad at him, and we can just try again another time.
Okay.
Hello.
uh,
Mhm.
Wes just translates whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
he wants,
need-
so.
An animal handling check
Okay.
from Kinsey with advantage.
Oh.
Not
The
bad.
bad. 14.
And now, Dr. Flex will roll to
A
try to
nat
keep
20.
his attention on a hat for an hour.
You'll
Hey,
roll a
we're
20.
just trying first.
Mm-hmm. Kinsey definitely like made sure to feed him beforehand so that he wouldn't be like hungry
Yeah,
during.
Dr. Flex devours
Mm-hmm.
whatever you
Food
eat.
again.
Eating food again.
Okay. You start the hour of attempting to get Dr. Flex to focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. Dr. Flex is very easy to distract right now, as he
Mhm.
is basically a child, basically like a toddler. But for about 45 minutes, you managed to hold Dr. Flex's attention on his hat just by literally like spinning it around and
Wait, can
Putting
we
him in
spray
there.
the blood perfume on it?
Oh my god, yeah.
Sure. of course
Holy shit. Blood and bones.
Does that
it
help?
does.
Blood.
Does that give us
helps.
the last 15 minutes?
5 minutes.
1 second. I'll let Dr. Flex roll with advantage.
Okay.
Not 20.
Here. Here.
Okay.
Mm.
You guys get to about 50 minutes
Oh.
before Dr. Flex, like, who's been like sniffing at the hat and pecking at it and almost like trying to tear it apart but can't because it's magic. Here's a loud squawk outside the window.
Oh.
Turns his head and jumps out the window.
Oh.
Jumps at not out.
Okay.
Just jumps at the window.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the feeling that the process has been disrupted very, very, very much so.
Oh.
We can...
Hey, that was a good one, though. That was a good try.
Yeah. We can try again another time. Good effort though, Wax. You did a good job.
Thank you!
We say thank you. You're a very smart bird.
Thank you!
Yeah. Easy killing.
It's funny, you do have like almost like a hawk-sized bird that is the same intelligence as like a hatchling.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun. But that's what you guys do for an hour.
Hmm.
Yeah. Time well spent.
Time well spent.
What are you up to?
I think Xerxes is gonna like pop the gem out of the ring and try that some other time.
Mhm.
And instead is gonna like take a look at the mirror.
Okay. It's not too hard to fix cracks if you know what you're doing. Good thing Xerxes always knows what she's doing. Um, roll me.
I believe you.
Um,
An investigation check, right?
Yeah.
To find the crack.
I tried to think. You'd have to with this. It's just it's gonna be Tinker's tools, but it's just to kind of like get the vibe on how you should fix this. And
Does it help if I know in real life how to do this?
if you can tell me exactly how to do it right now, I'll let Xerxes just be able to do it.
So you said it's a silver mirror, so it's literally just a pane of glass over a silver backing. I assume the crack doesn't go all the way down into the silver, so she would have to remove the glass part of the mirror and see if the silver is still fine. If it's still fine, then there's some. If it's still fine, then she can literally just fit a new pane of glass into it. If it's not fine, then you would have to get the silver out and do a Tollens reagent test on the metal.
Okay. Alright. I will let that work.
I'm baffled that you know that.
I've made mirrors. I've done this.
Serve rewarded for being a real life officer.
Artificer, yeah.
You do just need to, unless Xerxes knows how to make the glass for it.
Mhm. I mean, I don't
we'll
think
have to.
she can. I'm sure she would know how, but I don't think she has the material in this tavern room.
Mhm. Yeah, you know how to fix it. There's no as you like pull the glass out, there is no markings on the silver itself.
Okay.
No problem.
I wonder if she should go out now and like try to get like at least for tomorrow maybe someone to cut a piece of glass for
I
her.
think she should.
Honestly, it's something. Unless they're swamped with glass demands. Doesn't take that long to do. Yeah, whatever. She'll go. She'll go.
Yay!
Right. Awesome.
There with her.
Finding a part of the thing right
Sarah,
now.
remember that everything bad happens because you didn't do something soon enough?
Yeah, exactly. Do everything now.
Do everything now.
I did not make a place that cuts glass.
Yeah.
I'm sure there could be a place, and
There can definitely be a place. There is a place. There's probably multiple places. I did not make one, but there's
get one.
yeah, you can just go get glass.
Yeah.
The funny enough, I know this is surprising. The glass cuttery places are not stocked with people looking for glass.
We're not in a glass shortage right now.
We're not in a glass shortage.
frenzy?
Not right now. They seem a little busier than normal, but that's just because the town was attacked days ago. What would the cost
It
be
was?
for? Yeah.
Glass? Oh, ooh.
I'm
Depends.
sure there's a thing.
Is there a thing or
For a
that'd be
whole
crazy.
window, it's in. Check D&D first before I.
Mhm.
Glass is like quite a lot of like when you want nice glass is the thing.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
A plain mirror glass costs $20 to $50 or $5 to $15 per square foot.
Oh, so that's really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that doesn't account for, because that's probably like done in mass. We'll say it's a gold piece. We'll say it's a gold piece
We'll say
because
it's a gold
I like
piece.
gold pieces.
One
And
whole gold piece.
One whole gold piece for
$20.
some glass. Yeah. They give you your pane of glass.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
We won the glass war.
We've won the glass war.
Oh my god! Before I forget,
Oh.
'cause God, I have forgotten this every time. As you are walking, you see a town crier.
Oh,
Has been shouting every session, but I have. Oh my god!
We haven't been listening, sorry.
You haven't been
haven't been
listening.
listening.
We've been
Yeah, it's our
teaching
fault.
Calder.
Stalemate found between the Utarius and Numendium empires of Corleonfe. War comes to a standstill after rifts cause problems across the continent. Joint magic festival might occur for the first time in over 100 years.
What was the first
Well,
bit?
Can you write
let
that
me-
down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Joint Magic Festival.
I love magic. I love festival. Would love to be one day.
This one was important. Veteran Guild repairs all troubles from new war! New Raventorius Empire attack on Milite! Any donations can be put to the guard station here in the Gloom Ring! That's about it. The other one doesn't matter anymore.
Oh yeah, what was the other one?
Magma Bears ravage West Forest! Trade committee on hold!
Yeah, we got that one.
Am I
Yeah,
in the
we
Gloom
know.
Ring right now?
No, you're not. I don't know why I said the Gloom Ring.
Our very own Gloom Ring.
I've been thinking about the Gloom Ring a lot recently. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
Stop.
You know who is in the
Calder
Gloom
almost
Ring?
died in there.
They don't want him.
It
I
would
don't want
be
him.
the Silver Ring.
This guy's
Yeah,
DMing
so
me again.
Huh?
The guy's DMing me again.
No.
Tell them to shut up.
Don't you have like business hours? It's oh my god, it's time for new Wordle exactly right now.
End session. Oh, speaking of, I need to split the recording now.
Oh yeah.